going nowhere fast, yeah. I bet you didn't think I had it in me. I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe. 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 I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Holy's Confessionals. We're on episode 5, special Saturday edition, because we wanted to get some of our friends from overseas in. So without further ado, we are going to bring in both of these fine gentlemen, Soul Taker and Jack Ryan. What's going on, guys?
Merry Easter, everyone.
Merry Easter.
Why did
Be
you
careful
stop the
of Werewolf
music? I was
Jesus.
vibing.
Yeah, dude, that song is by Kid Picked Last. It's called Meant for More. That is a friend of mine that I met last year on TikTok. He wrote the music, played every instrument, wrote the lyrics,
Yeah.
sang the music, did everything all on his own. And I got permission from him to use that for my other podcast and for this. So for that, I am forever grateful. He's just happy that somebody's getting to use it. That guy is super humble, super friendly, and he's awesome. So make sure you check out Kid Picked Last over on YouTube. Good stuff, man. He actually got to play Warped Tour years ago with another band that he was in. So he's freaking talented, man. How is it going, everybody? Red Phoenix, hello. Nub Strong, what's up? What's up? Danny Games and Fire Exit. How's it going, everybody? We're hanging out tonight with Soul Taker and Jack Ryan, giving you guys an opportunity to find out a little bit more about Soul Taker. I know a lot of you don't know who this guy is, but he is someone who I met back when I first started streaming almost 2.5 years ago. So he's been doing it for quite a while. Now, have you been streaming longer than I have, Soul?
I think we started at the same time.
That's what I figure, right around the start of COVID,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, around that. And I know we had no idea what we were doing, but we're still here. So
I know. Slow growth, trying to figure out everything we're doing. And then once we figure it out, take what we've learned and share it with all these new kids and hope that everybody else doesn't have to take as long as us. That's my hope then. I don't know about you.
well, we weren't that slow. Like, we're old, but we're not that slow. Just
Yeah. Yeah, right. F and A. And then Mr. Jack Ryan, how is Easter? Tell us about the future.
Well, I didn't see Werewolf Jesus last night, so that's a good sign.
Always good. Always good.
But first thing my son's body at 5:30 in the morning was a chocolate egg. So today's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be great or it's messy and tantrums for the rest of the evening. So.
Now, see, does your kid go crazy just because of the sugar in the chocolate, or is it like dyed stuff?
I don't know. He's only 15 months, so he's being introduced to all this new stuff now. But we've learned over the weekend that too much chocolate definitely does not agree with him. But if he's like me, it's going to be dyed stuff as well. That's the issue.
Well, Fire Exit's already having issues. I think his pants just got tighter.
It's all right. He's fine. It's fine. I got you, Fire. It's all right, baby.
See, I think one thing you have to keep in mind is foods with dyes and drinks with dyes. Like my kid, if he has something with a red dye or a yellow dye, he goes absolutely insane.
Yeah,
and I always thought it was BS, but apparently it's true.
Yeah, that was me. Undiagnosed ADHD, and then they were just like, "Oh, just don't give him anything with too much sugar or any red food colorings in it, and he'll be fine." And it didn't help much, but definitely calmed me down a bit.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what my kids got. Maybe I should ask the doctor. Find out. Fire says we just started eliminating all red 40 from our son's food. So yeah, that's a real thing, man. Apparently. What's going on, Philly Perk? How you doing today? Thanks for coming in, man. What's happening? So guys, since I know that a lot of you don't know much about our friend Soul Taker, be sure to ask as many questions as possible and ask the tough ones. Let's get this guy a little bit flustered up here, because I've never seen Soul Taker flustered, but it would be fun.
Well, you can try. Many have tried.
Many have tried. Well,
Yeah.
this community here, they can do a damn good job of getting people flustered. I can tell you that. Bree, oh my God, Bree, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate that. You're amazing. Yo, Philly, I appreciate that. Thank you for the lurk. So, all right, I guess we'll start with Soul Taker, since we don't really know all that much about him yet. So, Soul Taker, why don't you do the common thing and tell everybody about how you got started with streaming and why you decided to take on this endeavor?
Well, my story isn't that fun, to be honest. I started on PlayStation like most other people, and I just wanted to have clips to make YouTube videos, which never happened because, well, I'm not good at games. So I went live for, well, quite some time, just playing with myself, however that sounds.
I was gonna
And
try to stay away from that, but I mean, shit.
yeah, well, I'm not banned yet, so it's fine. So just getting clips for myself, and then some friends came over and they were like, "You should start streaming." And I was like, "Why?" Because I just want my clips, and I want to make my YouTube clips that I enjoy watching myself. And to this day, I haven't even made one YouTube clip. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. So it's
YouTube's
been like
tough.
that.
YouTube's tough, I think. I still have to work on making clips for YouTube, and I'm just absolutely terrible at it. Fire says I was the
Yeah.
same way, Soul. I was just gonna do videos. I get that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still in the like starting moment to do videos, and
Yeah.
I got some pressure now because I have some like sponsored deals to say that sent me like tech to review. So now I actually have to do videos.
So
no choice.
Yeah.
So
No
tell me
choice.
a little bit about that stuff, Soul, because I've been following your Twitter a little bit, and I saw that you were reaching out to Elgato to try to get some equipment to test out and review for them. So tell me how that worked out. I know you're getting an Elgato camera. What's the deal with that? Are they sending that to you just to do a review, or what? How's that working out?
They're sending me one to do a review. It's coming on Friday. I think UPS is coming on Friday. And they'll send the face cam and some like peripherals. I think it was the master mount or something also. And I already applied for partner. I don't think I'll get that, but I'll start with doing a review of the face cam. But I also got a sponsored sent from GBL Audio or Harman Kardon. They're sending like a mid-tier streaming mic that I also want me to do a YouTube video on, which is weird because I haven't done one video yet, and now I have two that I have to do.
So I'm curious
And
about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
yeah, the thing was I did it for fun. I was like, oh, I'm gonna send Elgato a message every day, like day one of sending Elgato, like beat my cam that I'm using now. And then I did day 2, day 3, and at day 7 they picked up and was like, our cam can beat your cam, so we're sending you a package to do a video reviewing of.
So they're just sending it for free because you kept bugging them, telling them to beat your camera.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to. This camera I'm using now is, like I told you before, it's 10 years old, and I think the $165 difference between them, I don't think it's gonna be a thing. Like, it might be a little better, but not $165 better.
So what you're saying is all we have to do is like bother the hell out of these companies on social media until they cave and send us shit to test out.
Yeah, it worked for me. So yeah, both their partner, like Partner Scout, and the CEO of Elgato reached out. Might be that, like, stop bugging us. Fine, we'll do this. Stop bugging us. Well, I just had fun. I had no like I didn't think they were gonna reach out.
Right.
I was gonna go 365 days just for fun, just to keep like my Twitter going and do a fun thing.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool
yeah.
though. I've never really heard of that working for anybody, because I know people that do that actually bother the hell out of companies and say, hey, sponsor me. Hey, give me this. Hey, you should do that for me. And it never
Yeah.
worked. So it's pretty cool to hear that it worked for you.
Yeah, I think because I'm not a big streamer, I don't have like top tier tech. And I said I was gonna do a video for like the regular guy that doesn't have a lot of money. We're on a budget. Like, is it worth getting your stuff? Just pay a little more. So I
Yeah.
think they're trying to reach like the low to mid tier streamers. If I do a video, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. They
So,
must be stupid or something.
something you were saying to them appealed to them, and they took the bait on it. So that's
I
good.
think, yeah, I think they like the challenge. Like,
Yeah.
they can't be beaten by a 10 plus old year camera. So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see. Can they top this? I don't know. I hope so.
Right. So hey Jack, now it's your turn. Why don't you tell us about what made you start streaming in the first place? Because that's the common question. Everyone wants to know that from everybody. So let's hear it from you.
Honestly, it's been something I've been meaning to do for years. Like, me and my mates have always played games together, and it was just, we say some of the stuff that comes out of our mouths while we're gaming. It was like, man, we should be recording this and like putting it up online. And like, this was before Twitch was massive. This was like mainly just YouTube stuff. Just, if we post clips, like, we probably won't get a big following, but at least there's like, we know people that would like our humor. And then COVID hit harder in Australia for like, I think it was like the second time, and my hours got butchered at work. So it was like, well, I was playing Red Dead with my mates, and I just kind of didn't even let them know. I just hit the broadcast button from my PlayStation, and I just went, "Oh, by the way, boys, we're live." And then that was it. I've been pretty much. I think I've taken 2 breaks, but they've been like 3 weeks total, 4 weeks total, and one of them wasn't even my fault. It's just because there's no internet in this house.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out tech issues.
Oh, you just moved, right?
Yeah.
So that's been the issue for you.
Well, the developer never registered the address, so there's no internet connection. It was never run in, and we can't get a provider to connect it because it's technically not in existence. So
yeah,
it's like 3 months wait before we can do anything.
So you basically started out around the same time as everybody else then, like back at the beginning of COVID. That seems when a lot of people started streaming.
Yeah. Oh, it was just, I think it was more something to give myself time, because like, I just had my son, and I noticed I was working a lot and I was spending heaps of time with him, but I wasn't playing video games anymore. And that was like, that was that break. I was burning out real quick, and I was like, well, this is kind of going to force me to make sure I'm taking time for me. And I think it comes across in my streams that like, I'm real casual and laid back, because to me, this was always a hobby. It's always been a hobby. It's just something to make sure that I'm paying attention to myself, not paying attention to like every stress that's going on in my life. It's that 5-second break window that I need.
Yeah, we all need something like that to help keep our stress level down. Everybody's got to have something. So Soul Taker, what's been your favorite part of streaming? If you could pick one thing, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard to pick one thing, man. But if you could pick one thing, what's your favorite thing about streaming?
Getting the face cam. I can quit now.
There you go.
No, but meeting all the people, like having some of the people I started with, like you are one of them, and we still hang around, and having that connection with other people. Like, I don't care. I haven't got my first payout yet. I have it like saved on Twitch, so they can't like pay me out until I like accept it.
Until you ask for it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But meeting all the people, getting new friends, like I have some people I started streaming with. How long have you been streaming?
It's been almost 2.5 years now.
Yeah,
that I've been on
2.5 years. So, yeah, some people that I met 2.5 years ago, I'm still talking to them and play with them every day. Like, they're regular friends. We just can't meet in person. So that's the best thing I would say with streaming. Getting like actual connection and getting new friends.
Yeah. So Jack, same question for you from me.
On that, I actually did take notes this morning about it. And as you can see, nah, it's for me, it's weird. For me, it was setting up the challenges. So like things like Sing Mode and like learning all the back end stuff. So like the apps that can help the interaction of your stream. So people playing with your mic and people setting up challenges for you. That's what's been fun for me because it's kind of forcing me to get back into a creative headspace. So it's like, well, what are people going to like? What's going to make my streams interesting? What's going to keep people there and make people, save up those channel points so they can actually get into, messing up one of my games. Like I had Fire and 4 of my mates come into one of my streams. I was last squad in Apex and they made me drop all my weapons.
That's awesome.
And that was fun. That was a good clip and I laughed and I was having a great time with it. And I think that's what I'm loving about it. The connections, but also being able to draw people in and make them interact with you.
Yeah, dude, I absolutely love the channel points. That's definitely one of my favorite things. I love coming up with ridiculous shit for people. So here's one from Fire Exit for you. Your man. How hard has it been being away from streaming for what seems like eternity?
I don't think it's the way from streaming. I think it's just the internet and not having the internet in general has been getting to me. Like I've been really ropeable lately and like I just got a message from Amazon last night. Apparently my Elgato capture card wasn't purchased, but they've taken the $150 gift card that I have. So I'm going to have to contact them now and sort that out. But they've sent the Chatlink cable that I've ordered, but there's no history of the capture card being shipped or anything. So
good Lord.
It's just one technical issue and now everything's just kind of collapsing at once. But it's going to be good. This is more of a learning curve for me. So it's like how to deal with the lull that I can't control. Instead of like a lull I force upon myself, it's controlling uncontrollables in my line of work, which like used to work in direct sales. So controlling uncontrollables is something that I've really picked up well. And it's just making sure that I'm being more active now in the communities and getting my name out there so that people can see me. And when they come back, hopefully more people come over because they're like, oh, I know this guy now.
Yeah. So Fire wants to know if I have a church suit to wear when I do Holy's confessionals. I do not. It could be a good idea, I guess, but I mean, I'm more of a hoodie kind of guy. I'm more of a casual. I don't have suits. I have a pair of suit pants, but that's about it.
The hood works because it's technically a cult. So
yeah, right. I just need like a little solo cup with some Kool-Aid in it, right? We'll get the clear solo cup so y'all can see that it's Kool-Aid in there. All right. That's how we'll do it. My motto for the uncontrollable is it's like 2 pieces of chicken in a bucket. Bucket. That's what Fire says. So Soul Taker, give people an idea of what kind of stuff they can expect over on your streams. Like what kind of games do you enjoy playing?
I would say I'm a variety streamer, but I tend to lean on horror games.
Yeah.
So a lot of horror games. I know I played a lot of Dead by Daylight, which I love to play but hate to stream. So it's been a lot of walking simulators, like a lot of weirdness. When I play with friends, it's a lot of lewdness and
just the way we like it, man.
Yeah, I run a family-friendly stream, I would say, with some tendencies of 18 plus.
Yeah.
So a lot of laughs, a lot of weirdness, just you get everything. And if you want like a cozy, calm streamer, that's also me. I hate horror games. I love to play them, but I hate them because watching...
That's a little contradictory there, Soul.
Yeah, the thing is I watch a lot of horror movies and like there can be anything on it. I've seen them all. But when I play horror games, something happens. I think it's that you're actually in the game. Like when you watch a movie, you're watching someone else. But when you play a game, it's kind of like you're the person in the game. So it's the worst feeling.
That's how much you get into character though when you're playing, right? Like you don't want to die in the game. That's what makes it scary. Like if you die, you get to try again. but it's just something about it. You get so into it.
Yeah, I think we had that a few streams ago. I tried out a VR horror game, and it was like, I need to go in there, but why isn't my body taking me forward? Like, what is this? It's just a game. So yeah, if you need someone scared occasionally and like just a family friendly fun spot, well, I got you.
Family friendly lewdness from Soul Taker, everybody. Make sure you check that out. Scoobs with the raid of 11. Yo, Scoobs, thank you so much
Big
for
boy.
sending the raid on over, my man. I appreciate you bringing everyone to hang out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jack Ryan, same question to you. We'll start there, and then we'll get to a Maze Boobs question that I saw up here. So what can people expect when they come to one of your streams? What kind of games do you tend to play, and what kind of shenanigans goes on?
Oh, I've tried venturing into the variety streamer. I was doing Soul Sundays until my console just refused to accept the Dark Souls disc and actually launched it at me live on stream once. But yeah, mainly Apex. It's mainly just pretty much, it's exactly my description. It's a short description. It's just shitty quality gameplay, but high quality banter. It's just most of the time it's just me having a good laugh with people in chat, or me having a great laugh like with my mates in party chat. Yeah, and the voice changing shenanigans is probably a big one. My community seems to thrive on that now. I don't know how Sing Mode got so famous, but it's becoming a bit of a nuisance in my channel, because I'm actually tempted when I come back to do a subathon, and if I hit my mark, I'm going to do an entire stream just in Sing Mode.
Good Lord, that'll be fun. It is pretty cool though. I dig it. I got that voice changer. I downloaded that from my computer to try that out, and it kind of freaked me out because even when I closed out all of the windows in the app, it still was making those noises, and I was like,
Yeah.
nope, off
So
my
you've
computer.
got to make sure you've got all like the right switches turned off, because you can set it up so you can hear what your voice sounds like, but also if there's like music on like the T-Pain one, you can hear the background music so you can sing along with it. But if you just switch all that off, like mine's completely turned off, I have no idea what I sound like. I don't know what's going on in the background. I mean, I could technically be in Sing Mode in this podcast and I won't know until I open up the app again.
Could you imagine that? Dude, this podcast would be off the charts if you had Sing Mode on for this. Good Lord.
It's great. It's just, I love autotune. It, as a musician and someone that can't sing but wanted to be a proper musician, it's a lifesaver.
J.R. Payne over here. What's up? All right, so now let's get to Amaze Boob's question. Real quick. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Scoops, thank you for that raid. Everybody who is in here right now, I really appreciate you guys joining us and coming in and getting to know Jack Ryan and Soul Taker a little bit more. If you guys are hosting the stream, thank you tremendously for that. I really appreciate it. Hosts mean the world to everybody. It helps the streamer. It helps you guys in chat to make more connections as well. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys make it a point to go visit Jack Ryan and Soul Taker over on Twitch. Drop them a follow and check out their streams at some point. Oh, what do we got going on here? A hype train. Hell yeah, guys.
Yeah.
What's good? All right. So Amaze Boob wants to know, what's the first game you guys streamed? So since you're up there, I'll give you the floor first, Jack.
First one I ever went live with was Red Dead 2 with my mates. We had one of my viewers join us in the game. I think we ended up doing 2 streams, and I just went, it's getting too chaotic with people wanting to join. So I stopped that, and my mates stopped playing for a little while because they were going through some stuff at work. So then I ended up just streaming Pokemon for ages, just randomized Nuzlocke. That was the main thing I streamed from the start. Like I don't really count the Red Dead. It was two streams. We weren't really paying attention to if we were live, and then I just sat there and played Pokemon on a shitty computer with a shitty internet connection for about, I think I did it for 4 months until I decided to stream Apex.
Nice. How about you, Soul?
I think it was Destiny, the first game.
The first Destiny?
The first Destiny. I had I think it was 3,000 hours into that game. So I started streaming it. People wanted to see when I soloed most of the game, like even the raids. So I did a lot of solo runs that
Nice.
people didn't know how to do it, so I just played them. It was a walk in the park, and now when everyone can do it. And then I went over to play Destiny PvP. And I don't know why people like to see that. Like, it's not that fun looking at people playing Destiny PvP.
Oh yeah, you don't think so?
No, like it's a lot of jumping around. Like there's not much skill in it. Like have a game like Apex, you have your skills, but you have a lot of like gunfights.
Yeah.
In Destiny, it's like abilities and then gunfights. It's a
Oh,
very
okay.
small portion of the game. So if you have like get your super, you only use your abilities. Like you one hit other people. Like I don't know, it's not
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah, see, I don't know all that much about Destiny myself. I've never really played it, and I know I've seen a little bit of Destiny 2, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's a great game to play with friends. Like the raids in that game is top notch, and there's still not a game that can beat even Destiny 1. Like the raid system in that is superb.
Is it?
Yeah,
So
it's the
how do the raids work in this game? Like, because I've heard people talk about raids on Destiny before. I just don't know what it is.
you play as a team, usually with friends, and I don't know, like all the mechanics in it, it feels like no one even comes close to those mechanics in that game. I know one of the best raids in the first games. I think it's 5 bosses, and they're all played in different like tactics. You can't use the same tactic on every boss, which makes it well unique. If you have played World of Warcraft, it's usually the same tactic with a small tweak.
Mhm.
But in Destiny, it's well a lot of mechanics, a lot of team play. You have to talk to each other, and no boss is like the other.
Gotcha.
It's an amazing game.
The following for that game is wild, and it seems like everyone loves it, and it seems like there's a lot to the storyline for that too that I was unaware of. Apparently, it's a huge following, isn't it?
Yeah, the lore in it's so big, and it's across 2 games now. They have some fallouts which shouldn't be. Like there's one boss that should be like the destroyer of Earth,
Hmm.
and he dies well instantly. Like you kill him so fast, and they built up so much like to that boss, and then when you went against the boss, it was like, this is it. Nah, it has to be a cliffhanger or something. But he was gone, just like that. They built something so big, and it just fell all over.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Super.
You gotta like the stuff that just keeps going. I was talking about this the other day. It's like with anime for me. Like I like when the story just keeps going and going and going, and I like that with games too because I hate getting to the end of something and being sad that it's over. So I'll have to check that game out sometime. Thank you
I would
guys so much for the cheers and for the subs, all of that, guys. Thank you. I appreciate all that. Just wanted to cover that real quick. Also,
Yeah.
Again, if you guys have questions for these two, please get them into chat. Ask anything you need to ask. Get super personal. Jack loves those personal questions. You know that. Ask him about the bromance between him and Fire. Any of that kind of stuff. You know, go right at him. Let's get this done. Joy, I don't like the end of things either.
No,
It sucks,
that's why I
doesn't it?
like watching animes. Like, I'd rather sit there and try to finish One Piece than watch Fruit Basket with my partner because it's like 1 season to 2 seasons. It's like you need more,
Yeah.
or at least just put filler in. Like,
Yeah, I'm always left wanting more. I don't know. It bugs me. So from Fire, Jack and Soul, what is a short-term goal you hope to accomplish in under a year? So let's say by the end of 2022.
Or should I start
Yep, you got the box.
Posting one YouTube video with a review? That's my goal.
Posting one video with a review by the end of the year. That's it?
That's it. Like I haven't
got
been
this.
able to do it on 2.5 years, so this is the one.
All right. Now, is that your real answer? Yeah?
That's the real answer. Like take the time and do everything like editing and everything, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it
Even
does.
if you're editing your Twitch clips, I know I've done some like TikTok and hover clips
Mm-hmm.
just to practice for my YouTube. And like a 20-second clip took me around 3 hours.
Damn, so you're a little bit of a perfectionist then when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like I have tried to make intro for my Twitch channel, and it's just like an 8-bit intro, and it flashes and goes to like 4K HD,
Yeah.
and I think it's like 5 seconds, and it took me 2 days because I wanted to perfect it, like the timing with the music and everything, and I'm still not done. It's been a month.
Yeah, that's something I was talking about earlier today that I really need to get on is making a channel trailer for over on my Twitch channel. I haven't done that yet. I have like a clip playing or something, I think. I think that's about
Yeah,
it.
but talking like this on stream, and then you're trying to record a trailer for your channel,
Mm.
it's so weird.
Is
Like
it?
yeah, it's super weird to see yourself and do retakes, and you're like, what the hell is wrong with me? And then I tried to do it live, and it was so much better.
That's exactly what we're telling you, Joy. She says, so you're telling me as an ADHD, slight OCD perfectionist to not try and edit videos? Yeah, maybe. It just means it'll take you longer than most people. All right. So how about you, Jack? What are your short-term goals you hope to accomplish in under a year?
In under a year, I want to hit 1K on Twitch followers. For me, my goals are I subs and that because I'm not in it for monetary. It's building the following. That's my goal. Working in sales, you kind of learn that short-term goals are your best friends. Like it's good to have big dreams, but unless you got the milestones in place, it's not going to work. So if I can hit 1K by the end of 2022 on either Twitch, TikTok, or Twitter, I'll be sorted.
Dude, TikTok would be super easy for you. You just need one really good video to just blow up, and you're gonna hit 1,000 easy. You can do it.
I need to find my niche. That's what it is. That's probably my other one for end of 2022 is find my niche that I can post across all spectrums.
Yeah. Yeah, that does tend to be tough. Like I said it the other night. I accidentally fell into being an Apex streamer. But it's been working. It's worked out for me, so I'm not mad. I like the game. I enjoy getting to play with my wife and all my friends, and I feel like I've turned a lot of people onto Apex. A lot of y'all playing Apex now, and I love it. Let's see. What do we got, Joy? So what questions have been asked? So if I ask something, I'm not doubling up. We've only been live for a little bit. Ask any question you want. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's already been asked, we'll repeat. It's okay, Joy. Don't you worry. From Alley Cat, duet some videos. That helps as well on TikTok. Yeah, that's something I haven't done in a while.
I think Scoobs can vouch. I've been targeting him mostly with the duets though, and I've been trying to mimic every movement he makes in his videos. I don't know why. I started doing it. I did it one with his tattoo when he was showing off his tattoo, and it's just kind of stuck with me now.
That's great. What's it like living somewhere with almost every living creature trying to unalive you, including Mother Nature? How does that affect daily life? From Nubstrong.
I went to walk into my front door the other day, and I walked straight through a spider web. Like, you can't take a step here, but the duck hasn't come back in a little while, so it's okay. We're all right.
So isn't there a season over there where like there's just spiders everywhere? It's like a carpet across the sky, like they're all floating in the wind, or is it like the funnel web season or some shit?
It's that's the wolf spider season,
Wolf spiders,
which
okay.
we're coming into. Yeah, we're coming into that because my partner she went to work on yesterday, and she's like, I walked into the house and there was a giant wolf spider on the wall, and I was like, ah, cool. Yeah, we're starting it early this year. It's usually rain, so because of where we are to the equator, we get essentially 2 seasons. We get monsoon and we get summer. Like as much as we say we have 4, it rains or it's hot. So usually when it starts raining, the wolf spiders come out of the ground, out of the mud, and they start building in the trees, and that's where you get the canopy spiders from. So
right. So how about
it's been fun.
How about you, Soul? Like, what's it like living over where you're at? You're in Sweden, correct?
Yeah, I live in Sweden. We don't have much of those like animals. I would say.
It's a lot colder over there.
We get, well, in the summer we get around up to 25 degrees, and in the winter we get like minus 30 to 40 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but still.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing the conversion.
Yeah, but we have a lot of like animals living up here, but none of them are really like trying to hurt us. We got reindeers, we got moose, we got some bears, but like they live
mean-
around us.
I mean, you fuck with a moose. If you're even around it on a bad day, that thing will destroy you.
Well, most of us up here have like a, I don't know the English word for it, but it's called like a moose shooter. It's like a super, like
A
it's a
rifle?
big gun. Yeah, it's a big rifle.
A moose shooter. I like it.
Just
Is
a
it similar
mini
to,
cannon,
to an
that's what it
elephant
is.
gun, like a freaking 2-gauge shotgun? Or is it a
Yeah.
rifle?
It's a rifle.
Oh, it must be fun.
But
Big old 50
like-
cal, just blow it up.
yeah, but this not really a problem here.
That's good.
Like bears, you can easily scare away. Same with the moose. Reindeers are super friendly, so you can just go on and hug them. They're also stupid because if you come with a car and drive into them, even if they die, they don't move. They just stand
wild.
there.
Got to stroke the beard. Sorry, gentlemen. We got to make the fans happy. All right, so Jack, you got to address this from Fire Exit and Wildish Mama. Is there going to be a tribute?
I don't think he deserves a tribute. No, it's I will. I think I'll do it in the Discord just because I don't think a lot of people out there are going to understand the context behind the tribute for Derek. But if Gerald keeps it up, I'll make sure I keep posting videos on TikTok there. So when I have to do a tribute for Gerald, everyone will understand that one. But yeah, no, having animals that are absolute assholes to you, just great. I mean, kangaroos are pretty much like moose. They're absolutely idiots. Same as reindeers. They'll stand in front of the car. They don't care. I mean, the one hot past my partner's car the other day at work and kicked the side in just because he was walking past it. Like the car wasn't moving.
That's ridiculous. Yo, Ginger Cookie with the raid. Thank you so much for that raid. I really appreciate that. You are amazing.
On this as well, with the spiders, I'm a massive arachnophobe. So anything bigger than
Really?
a 50-cent piece, I freeze. And 95% of the spiders in Australia are larger than 50-cent piece. It's interesting growing up in a place where your biggest fear is always around you.
So, do you guys get these camel spiders down there, or is that basically just a Middle Eastern thing? Because I know they're over in the Middle East. I just don't know.
We have some. They're not big. They're more like towards the Simpson. They're more desert area. When you're more bush, you get more of like the tropical monsoon. So like the wolf, the things that like to live underground. Where sand isn't too much of a problem. It's on the other side. I think I'm like 5,000 to 25,000 k's away from my closest camel spider, so I don't really have to worry about those ones.
Hey, so you gotta partake in that one too, sir. That was from Allie. She wants you to partake in the beard stroke, sir.
Oh,
She wants you to partake in that.
I don't have my oil in here. Let me get my oil. I don't have my oil.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. So those camel spiders they're not even really spiders from what I understand. They got 10 legs. They're weird shits. So what about your wolf spiders?
Yeah.
I'm curious about that too, because we have wolf spiders, but I'm assuming yours are a little different.
They're essentially gray tarantulas. Like that's how you can tell them apart. Because we do have tarantulas as well. But like
Yeah.
if it's got a gray ass, then you're like, oh, it's a wolf spider. They're called that because the coat looks like a wolf's coat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, our wolf spiders are a lot smaller in size, I'm assuming, than yours. Like they're big
Standard
for over
wolf
here.
was like that.
Yeah, that's like a huntsman, dude.
No,
like
a
the
huntsman's
size-
like that.
You're like a fisherman exaggerating size, aren't you?
No, that's like my brother had one on the garage over the weekend, and I walked out, and he sprang it. It was white, and it was about leg to leg that big. Huntsman. I was like, yeah, cool.
Good lord, Huntsmans are cool though. Like they don't really bother you, do they? They kind of just do.
They
their
don't bother
thing.
you. They're good. They're good. They don't. Their fangs. They hurt when they bite, but unless you try to like fight them, they won't try to go you. They're pretty placid creatures.
Man.
It's
So
just the hair and the size scares me.
So we'll give this one to you to start, Jack, since you got the big screen. What's your favorite game of all time?
Zero's asking me this. This is my guy I stream with. Zero's my best friend.
Nice.
He's saying this because he wants me to say Apex. But my favorite game of all time it will always be Fire Red, Pokemon. First ever game I got myself. I used to play my dad's consoles. He got a PS1 when I was young, and that's how I got into gaming. But my first ever console, like I got a Game Boy and Fire Red and Ruby at the same time for Christmas, and that was the first games I had by myself. And that will always be it. Followed by Tarzan on the PC.
Tarzan on the PC?
Yeah, that was a great game. My mum loved that game as well.
Fire Red, I can agree with. Well, not my favorite, but it's a good one. Fire Red was the one that I chose when I was a kid too. That's the one I played mostly. And I liked it better than Yellow because I could do whatever I wanted with a Pikachu. I could make that sumbitch evolve into Raichu. Yellow, you couldn't do that.
Yellow was fun. Yellow was fun. I lost my Game Boy Color with my yellow cartridge in it, and I'm so devastated because I'd put I think it was 283 hours into that game.
Have you ever played that game while trying to mimic the series, like collect the same exact Pokemon that Ash had? Yeah, that's what I use that one for.
Yeah. That takes even longer to try to do.
Yeah, get to
a point
without
you get
evolving
to
your shit.
Fourth gym, and you can't catch anything for ages because the next Pokemon he catches isn't until you finish the game.
Yeah. All right, so Soul Taker, same for you. What's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time? I would probably say A Link to the Past.
A Link to the Past. Now, is that the second one? Is that the second Zelda game? Is that the side scroller?
No, it's not a side scroller. It was on Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
And it was the first Zelda game I played, and I still remember how fun we had with it. Like, we could speedrun it, but I don't know what it is with that game that's so good. It's something. Like, I still remember it now, and it's been 30 years or something. I don't know.
See, I don't know why I always thought that the second one was called A Link to the Past. I can't remember the name of that one. Now there's the original Legend of Zelda with the gold cartridge, which is the one I played. Yeah. Gold cartridge, red lettering. Then there was a second one on the NES that had the gold cartridge in blue lettering, and that was a side scroller. I thought that one was tough as shit. You guys remember what that one is?
Isn't that Ocarina or is that Majora's?
No, those are on N64, I believe. This one was still regular Nintendo. It was the second ever Zelda game, but it was Link something. It was something about Link. I can't remember it. I don't have that one still. I have the original, but that's about it.
Yeah,
I can't remember it. I should probably put my Master Sword and Shield away because that's a shame that I can't remember that.
Yeah, I'm very saddened by the fact that I don't remember it either. Alley Cat. I mean, guns are cool, but do you have a BB gun? You're gonna go try to shoot a spider with an AR? Shit. I mean, I like my pew pews, but
yeah, that has to be a very big
this was the reason we banned guns in Australia.
I love it, guys. I love it. Let's see what's next. Do we have another question that I missed for you guys? Fire says, never played Zelda, don't hate me. As Guardian liked Metroid Prime, I really liked Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. Metroid 2 was dope. Anyone ever play that one? That was definitely one of mine. Metroid Prime.
I didn't touch Metro.
They just came out with a new one. They just came out with a new I knew. Okay, Stick Figure's still here. He's got us covered. The Adventure of Link. Okay, yep. That'll do it. But yeah,
I feel like he's our man to go to for any vintage gaming, though.
Yes. Yep. So that was a side scroller, and I remember as a kid playing that after playing the original Legend of Zelda, and I was pissed. I was like, "This is not like the first one at all. I don't like it." We don't have a BB gun.
Good old Duke Nukem side scroller games.
Oh man, Like I used to play some computer games. I remember having was it Doom or Duke Nukem? I think it was
Doom was
Doom.
fun.
Doom I had on the PC back when
My
my
nan,
family had an old
my nan had
compact computer.
Yeah.
My nan had an
Oh.
old PC. Like this is like an old lady playing with a PC, and she had the original D&D game, the
Oh.
black screen where you go through the scroller tiles. Duke Nukem and Doom. My
That's
nan
pretty
was
cool.
insane at Doom.
I used to love getting onto Doom and just popping a Korn CD or an Orgy CD into the PC and just rocking out while killing shit. Does anybody know the group Orgy? Anybody?
No.
And I don't mean the sexual
I know
act.
of them.
Yeah.
I know of them.
They were such a good group back then. I can't believe my parents let me listen to a band called Orgy when I was in middle school. Like I had no idea what that meant at the time either. Oh my god.
But did you get to try Duke Nukem? I know a lot of people when they released it when I was young, they were like, "Oh, they have titties in it. We have to play it."
Yeah, dude, I
it's
played
all-
Duke Nukem as a kid a little bit, but I don't remember much
It was
of it.
amazing until they turned it 3D. Once it went 3D, it went to shit. It
Yeah.
became too much like Doom.
All right, so here we go from Nubstrong. What is your favorite Mario game? There's a lot, so that's a solid question. I didn't play much Nintendo myself after the NES.
If I had to choose, I'd probably say Super Mario Bros. 2. This is more of a question for my partner. She's just a Mario savant. I bought her the triple pack on the Switch when we went into COVID lockdown during the pregnancy because she wasn't leaving the house and she needed something to do, and she clocked it all 3 games in a day. And I was like, okay, well, you stop now because I can't play Mario. I'm terrible at those games.
Well, I would say Super Mario 3 was mine. I love that one. I see Fire Exit saying the one with the bear suit. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about is Super Mario 3. And I don't know if it was a bear. I think it was a raccoon. I think it was a raccoon thing that
Yeah, I
let you
think
fly,
it was
right?
a raccoon. Yeah.
So how about you? What was yours?
I would say Super Mario 3 also. But Mario 64, when that came, that like revolutionized the Mario game since.
That's the one where you
it-
could throw the penguin off the map, yeah.
Yes, yeah. But Super Mario 3, I don't know, it might be a tie between that and Mario 64. Because they like the second one, I love that, but it was all a dream, spoiler. And I sold the what do you call it, cartridge the day after because I was so pissed that it was all a dream. But the third one, wow, yeah, that blew my mind.
Yeah. So this is funny, Jack, because Captain Stickfigure agrees with you on Mario 2. I don't hear that often. Like that one to me was my least favorite. I'm surprised there are so many that liked it. I thought it was so awkward. But now here's an even more important question about Super Mario 2. What was your go-to character in that?
Oh, I was always Luigi. I think
Always
it's because I
Luigi?
was a tall, skinny kid growing up. I just like lent more towards Luigi than anything.
I had to play
But, like-
Princess Peach in that one, so because she could float.
That's my partner plays as Peach during it. Always, she's always Peach in it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't. I have to be Luigi. I don't know why. Him or Toad. They're the two characters I play in any form of Mario. They're the 2 characters I always go for.
We can count on Captain Stickfigure for all the important answers here. It's a tanuki, which is kind of like a raccoon. Yes, it's like a tanuki is a Japanese raccoon, I believe, if I remember
More
right.
like a possum.
Is it like a possum? 'Cause it's got the rings and shit. I don't know what it is, really, to be honest with you. And Captain Stickfigure, don't worry, it's not really a phone delay. It's that I'm taking my sweet ass time getting through chat. Your best bud right there says Mario Party is always a must.
Yeah.
Nub
Yeah.
was a fan of Paper Mario. See, I've never played Paper
I-
Mario.
don't hear that a lot. Most people hate Paper Mario, from what I've seen.
Oh, let's go to this one first. Wildish Mama preferred Luigi because green is her favorite color. All right. So I like this one. You've got the screen. You get to take it first. How do you feel about Final Fantasy?
This might ruin our friendship, Holly, but I've never played Final Fantasy.
Not a single one.
Never had an interest in them. I don't know what it is about JPRs, but JRPs. I just can't get into a JRP. I think what it was is the look of the first one when you go into battle and it's just the 2D animation on the side. I think that's what throws me off about
the
it.
The original one for the NES?
Yeah, I think that's what threw me off about all the Final Fantasies.
Oh,
don't know why.
So exciting. Well, listen, if you try out any of them, Anyway,
Oh,
I was
no.
gonna tell him if he tries out any of them, he's got to try out Final Fantasy VII first. Oh, we got a
also
situation.
sorry, I just got handed a nappy. Also, what kind of game calls itself Final Fantasy, but it never ends?
I mean, fair. That's a fair point. But if you play any of them, you got to try Final Fantasy VII. The story in 7 is good.
Right.
Now, is it partially because you're not big on turn-based games like that?
No, I play D&D. I love turn-based games.
Okay.
I think it was the aesthetic of the original Final Fantasy that got me, and I was like, I don't like the look of it.
Got you. See, I love the turn-based games like that. I actually miss it. I know they did the remake in a different style to try to kind of attract a new crowd, a younger crowd. But to me, I much prefer the turn-based style because it's more about strategy, I think. The newer one, the remake, is more hack and slash, if you ask me. So how about you? So what's your take on this?
I only played one game. I think it was it 15?
of the newer
With the Stand By Me song. I heard the song on the radio. And it was
So
like,
the one that has the car that you could drive and then you could ride
Yeah.
the chocobos around? Yeah, that would probably
Yeah.
be 15.
yeah, 15. So I heard the song on the radio and was like, is this from a game? And I checked out, it was like Final Fantasy, and I felt some puke in my mouth and was like, no, I gotta give in, I gotta try it. So I platinumed that game
Did you?
because
Cool.
of the song. Yeah, because of the song. I had to honor the
There's-
song.
I've never really paid attention to the trophy systems and trying to 100% games and stuff like that. Never really looked into that kind of stuff. Never really attempted that.
I didn't 100% the game. I 100%ed the song. But the
okay.
platinum came with it. Yeah, it actually went, well, can I say that far? We have, he's a celebrity living a few houses away. He does like rock songs, and he's married to also a singer that's pretty big here in Sweden. I forced them to sing that song when my son got baptized.
Nice.
I really love that song. The game, the song.
So, all right. So, since you got the screen right now, what is one of your favorite game studios? Do you have one? This is from Nubstrong.
I would say Naughty Dog is one of my favorite. I put so many hours into the Uncharted games, and I think they like the story they bring into games. The Last of Us, Uncharted. It makes them a really strong like studio.
Yeah.
Not a lot of games can make a good looking game, but they're missing like the feeling and the story in it, which I think Naughty Dog's aces.
Yeah, can't complain about that one. How about Jack?
Naughty Dog as well. I
Yeah.
was thinking about this when I saw the question earlier. Not for Uncharted. Like, I haven't played the Uncharted games. Mine's purely Crash Bandicoot. Games along those lines. That's my childhood. If I see the Naughty Dog slogan, it's just instant, just thought back to me being a kid sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor in front of the big box TV playing Crash Bandicoot on the PS1.
Yeah. Well, and just to be different, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Square Enix. because Final Fantasy. Because I
How
love
does it-
all the Final Fantasy games. Every one that came out that I've played. Now, granted, there are a few that I haven't played, like from the middle era of consoles. Like I had the Nintendo, but then Super Nintendo I didn't have, and I didn't get another system after Sega Genesis until PlayStation. So I didn't get a chance to play like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I played a little bit of 2 recently, and I played a little bit of 6 recently, but that's about it. But the rest of them, I love the stories that go with those games, and I love the fact that they take forever to beat. And then going back to the original Final Fantasy, I love that you can play it so many different ways, kind of like Skyrim. So I
How
dig
does it
that.
feel to have two that doesn't really like Final Fantasy? How would you
Yeah.
sell Final Fantasy to us?
Well, I mean, it really all comes down to what style of games you like. Like for me, I love the challenge of Final Fantasy. The first one doesn't really have the most exciting story. It's basically you're just out trying to restore the power of these 4 orbs and destroy evil, right? These titans that have taken over the earth. But the rest of them, it's all very in-depth stories, and it's challenging at the same time. Like that's what I love about it. That turn-based, you got to grind out the levels, get the right gear. It's just fun to me. It's something that I can play for a long time. I don't like hopping on a game and beating it in like 10 hours. That's no fun to me. Because it's like a waste of money. Like at least with Final Fantasy, I feel like I get my money's worth out of the game. I get a good story and I get to play it for a long time. And it makes me use my brain. I got to come up with strategies to beat bosses, man. You know what I mean?
That's probably because we don't play it. We have small brains.
You just got to try it. It's got to dive right in sometime. You know?
Yeah. If you've watched me play battle royale games, I've got no game sense whatsoever. I can't play with a strategy. That's why hack and slashes work well for me. It's why I suck at Dark Souls. I can't think before I act. I just got to act.
Now, see, here's one where we're different because we got you two and then me. I've never played Dark Souls. Never even attempted it.
My first time I streamed it was the first Dark Souls game I played. I've never played
it?
Dark Souls before in my life. Yep.
All right, this is for you, Jack from Nubstrong. Maybe the most important question: how much will it cost to take that shield off your hands?
Is that with the sword included? Because I paid $250 for the sword and the shield, and it's a proper shield. It's actually heavy as shit. I had it reevaluated, and it's worth $1,600 now. So
So
if you're willing to pay $2,000, I'll do it.
There you go. Fire exits. Final Fantasy VII is the best one. Change my mind. Can't change your mind. I won't even attempt to change your mind. Final Fantasy VII is the best one. That storyline is incredible, and I think they could have done a lot more with it too. I think they could have put a second game to it.
That's the one they made a remake of, right? That
Yep.
looks like 15.
Yep, they made the remake of that, and I'm waiting for the second part of it to come out.
Wait,
The
there's 2
second,
parts.
it's going to be so good. I think they're redoing it a little bit. So there's certain things that happen in the original that I'm hoping don't happen in the new one. I'm hoping because I have my own ideas about what's going on in this game, but I don't want to give any spoilers to people who didn't play it and might want to play it. Ever play any NX games pre-Square? I would have to think about it. My knowledge of all these games isn't as good as some people's. Would Chrono Trigger? Would that be a Square Enix game? I don't remember. That's one I want to play, Chrono Trigger. I've never gotten to play it, but I want to play it. But I believe that might be a Square Enix. I just don't remember correctly. Does anyone remember Time Splitters from the GameCube?
Yes.
Yes, me and my mate put, I think it was about 6 months of our childhood into that game itself.
That is one that Wildish played a lot of with her brother.
My mate for my 21st gifted me the GameCube we used to play, his GameCube that we used to play as kids, and his memory card.
Dude, that's dope.
So I have all of our saved data and the GameCube on me. So if I just buy the games, I can play it. I've been playing Pokemon Coliseum recently, actually.
So, Joy, actually, I have not played Kingdom Hearts yet. Someone had told me that they bought me the complete set
Great
of Kingdom
game.
Hearts. I just have not received it yet. I know that they have it. I just have not received it yet. I stayed away from Kingdom Hearts for the longest time though, because while I do like Final Fantasy and I like the RPGs and the turn-based shit like that, I was wow, hi camera. I was a little put off by the Disney aspect of it. I found that to be really goofy. So I've put off playing it for so long. But I did say that if someone bought me the game, I would play it. Just to try it out, but I couldn't see myself spending my own money on it just because of the Disney characters. I thought it was weird that these Disney characters like Pluto and Donald Duck are fighting in a game like this. I thought it was weird. But I mean, apparently it's a super popular series. Have you ever played it, Soul?
I tried
Loved it.
but I never got into it. They were like, oh, you have to play this game, then this game, and not in the order they released it. So this 1.5, 1.2, you have to do this, and I was like, nope, not touching it. So I guess it's a lot of backstory they have to follow, and you can't play, like, you can't jump into the third game, and yeah, I don't know. It's for me, it's a mess of games. Just name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, so I can play them in order. Don't give me 1.4 and then 1.2. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought Chrono Trigger was. I definitely thought so. So that's one that I definitely have to put on my list that I have to get to. Nubstrong wants to know, guys, who is your go-to fighter on Mortal Kombat?
Well, my
Jax.
name.
Jax?
Yeah.
Me?
Terrible character to pick. Horrible. Really bad. Love playing Jax.
He's the worst. I love being him. How about you, Soul?
Well, some of my name comes Soul Taker. It's I play Ermac because he collects souls.
Nice. Mine was always Sub-Zero. I was always a Sub-Zero fan. I liked the ice. I like being able to freeze people.
Yeah, I think they kept him kind of the same character also through all the games. Which is, if you know him in one game, you can usually just pick up a new game and still be able to play him, which is pretty neat.
I think in 12 they added one extra move to him, and that was it. That was the only difference they've made.
Dude, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in such a long time. I think the last time I played was Mortal Kombat 3. It's been that long since I played that game.
It's on 11 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking wild.
I bought it because I was playing in Justice League the entire time. I love that game. DC Mortal Kombat, great. DC Mortal Kombat, the best thing ever.
So next, who do you play as when it comes to GoldenEye? Now, me personally, I don't remember most of the characters, but wasn't there one that was like a tiny person, like
Oddjob? Yeah.
Yes, Oddjob. That's it. That's the one.
Can't remember the name of the guy, but it's essentially who 007 was created after.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember I was Oddjob, and people complained because I was too short. I was this, I was that, and I just like to win. Can I have my miniature Bond?
Yeah, dude.
Small hitbox.
GoldenEye was Wildish's game. She really liked that one. Here you go. Soul, you got someone agreeing with you. Nub says Ermac was my guy.
Give me Ermac and it's over. Down period, especially in MK9. Yeah, he's really good, but well, I think he's a low tier, but it's like every character. If you get really good at someone, you'll destroy everything.
Yeah. What's going on, Mr. Apex? Weekend is going decent so far. I had an easy day at work today. I'm happy about that. Didn't have anything crazy happen, and I got to come home and prepare for this special edition of Holy's Confessionals. So let me take another second to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate it. If you guys are hosting the stream, thank you for that. Much appreciated. It not only helps the streamer, it helps everybody in chat to make new friends. So make sure you're hosting up, make sure you're sharing. That goes for any streamer you go to visit after this stream. Do it for everybody you like, everybody you want to see grow. Okay? Disowned immediately. Oddjob? No. F and A.
So I had GoldenEye because we didn't have the 64. We had GoldenEye on GameCube. So mine's the remastered version. So a lot of this could have changed by the time I was playing it.
Yeah. So what kind of upcoming streams do we got planned? Do you guys have anything special coming up? Anybody doing any 12-hour streams, 24-hour streams, any kind of subathons, anything fun that you want to promote?
I can barely make 4 hours, so I don't know how
Yeah.
12 hours would get. But as you saw before today, I rocked out my VR headset just to try to see if my computer can handle playing it and streaming it, and it seems to work. So I'm gonna add some like VR games like Beat Saber, Ragnarok, awesome music, and also I immediately got a DMCA strike.
So how does the VR work? So like when it comes to streaming, like you can't see your chat until you take off the headset, right? You got to take that off and go back to your computer.
You can add a thing to OBS, so you can like lift your hand like this, and then chat comes up.
Oh, really?
But I just rocked it out like 5 minutes before I started streaming. So I was like, I'm gonna try this. So I connected it all, just went for it, and
Gotcha.
Um,
It seems
it's
interesting.
fun.
And you have enough space to do the VR without getting yourself into trouble. That's one thing that's kept me from trying
Yeah.
any sort of VR, man. I just don't have the space.
Yeah, well, like I have this room, it's in meters, maybe, well, 3 meters wide and 2 meters long, so I have some space.
Do you guys think, well, first off, I guess I should ask you if you've ever seen the anime Sword Art Online.
Yes.
Yeah, do you think that we'll ever get to that point with gaming where you'll put this headset on, you'll lay down, and then you're in this game world?
We're almost there.
Like
It's essentially what
completely,
metaverse is supposed to be.
where
It's
you
what
don't have
metaverse
to
is
move
supposed to
around.
be. Yep. It's essentially what they want metaverse to be.
Does that scare you at all? Don't, like, in order to do something like that, that's super invasive on your brain, wouldn't you say?
I mean, I don't have time to do it anyway, so it doesn't concern me. I don't have the time to lay down and play a video game for like 24 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if they could make it somewhat like that you could work in it. I don't know if you've seen the movie Player One.
Oh, Ready Player One. I have not watched that.
Yeah,
yet,
Ready
no.
Player One. It's a really good movie. If they could make
Book's better.
I've
a
heard that
job
too.
for
Well,
it.
yeah, Clutch said that too, Jack. That's probably why you said it, isn't it?
No, I read the book before I watched the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if they could make it somewhat a job and make people like work inside the metaverse, if it's gonna work like that, well, if you have a job career not playing games, like doing things online, I guess, like we do now, and get paid for it, why not?
You're gonna have a job inside of
Everyone's
a
gonna
game.
become
That's how they're
graphic
gonna create
designer.
work in the future.
I'll be your future like NPC selling like pots and mana potions.
Yeah. So Nubstrong wants to know, how do we feel about Luigi's Mansion? I've never played, so I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, it's
Eh.
all right. It's a Mario game. I'm not good at Mario games unless it's Mario Kart. I can't play it.
Yeah.
I have the second Luigi's Mansion. We bought a Switch, and we have like Animal Crossing, Smash, is it Melee Smash or Ultimate Smash, Luigi's Mansion, and a few Mario games. I never played them. We have them, but I never played them.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys, we'll start with Jack. What is one piece of advice that you wish you knew back when you started streaming? Like what I worded that so poorly. One piece of advice you would give to a new streamer that you wish you knew when you started streaming.
Seek advice. I did 6 months pretty much by myself with one mate that streamed. He added me into his community, but essentially all it is, no one talked. It was just it posted automatically when you went live. It's seek advice. Like if I had the support network I've got now, it wouldn't have taken me 9 months to hit affiliate. Like I did affiliate by myself. I had to learn OBS by myself and like connecting my PlayStation to a shitty computer and trying to figure out all my kinks by myself. If you can get the support network early, and get the advice, like not just advice, but people helping and showing how things work, like OBS and that, it's going to make your life that much easier. You're not going to give up after about 3 months because you're not going anywhere. I sat when I was pushing for affiliate, I was on 2.9 average viewers for 3 months because all it was me and my mates watching my streams because I didn't have the network behind me to be able to stretch my views out even further.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to get into that, get into a good support network early and come up with a game plan when you're trying to push for affiliate before you do it. Like that's what I did with my wife, Wildish Mama there. We had a game plan going into it. She was already a part of the community because of myself. So we got her followers first. And once she got her followers, then we did the streams and took her 7 days and she had affiliate. And that's a point everybody wants to hit. So it helps when you're just starting out. If you are a console streamer like I was, or like I am, and you didn't really have OBS, you didn't have many options for interaction, hitting affiliate's a big deal because then you get a few more options, a few more things that you can do to get people to interact with your stream. So now, how about you, Soul Taker? Is there some bit of advice that you could give to new streamers that are just starting out that you wish you knew?
I usually give the same advice, and everyone says like, "What did he say?" I would say don't stream. Don't stream at all. Be a viewer first and find your people like that. Like go into streams, find someone you like and connect with people around them and go through a few communities. Like be a constant viewer, learn from them. And if you get everything right and start to stream yourself and you have maybe 5 to 10 people that knows you as a viewer, they will come in and you will hit affiliate fast and you will have all the connections to start with.
Yeah, that's solid. I like that. To go on top of that, I will say I hear a lot of times people are telling new streamers, you have to get Discord, you have to create a Discord, yada, yada, yada. We were talking about it in our server the other day a little bit, where it doesn't really benefit you to start your own Discord when you're first starting out. When I first started out, I was just a part of a couple of different Discords. You really should wait a little bit, I think, on creating your own Discord and trying to pull people to your own Discord until you've gained enough of a following to make it worthwhile. And I think Captain Stickfigure was talking about this when we were discussing it in our server too. If you're just a part of a handful of Discord servers, you hang out with these communities, you build your friendships within these communities, and that'll really get you going from the start. You got to get into the right servers, though. You got to get into the right communities. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of time to focus on your own community. So if that's all you're doing is focusing on your own community, then you're not building connections with other people outside of yours. And when you don't really have a big following to begin with, when you're just starting out, that makes it really difficult to grow. So definitely reach out, make connections, and go from there. That's what I think.
Yeah,
So guys, go ahead.
Where were we? Like 2.5 years in? I still don't have my own Discord.
Yeah.
I use other people.
It took me quite a few months before I finally got my own, and it's only because of this person right here. Faith told me that I should have my own Discord server at one point, and then she helped me create one. So, and then here we are today with the congregation, still attempting to be a community server, still trying to be a central hub for everybody to just meet and greet and make connections. And I'm hoping that we can just continue to grow, continue to make it feel like a home for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's me, she said.
I think a lot of servers are based off, like, if you heard of like pyramid streamers, which can
Yep.
fool a lot of
Yep.
new streamers.
Yeah.
So
Pyramid
getting to-
streamers. So is it similar to a pyramid scheme?
yes, it is. It's basically you have people at the top, and you have people that's new or that doesn't have the viewage, and you have to go into the top people stream to get like, oh, maybe I'll raid you someday,
Ooh.
and
I don't like
my
that.
people will come into your
Filter
stream
down.
if you're here connecting. So it's like building the top so they can grow,
Yeah.
and the ones in the bottom
Yeah,
gets
it's
basically
I bring in
nothing.
I bring in 3, you bring in 3, you bring in 3, and it's just that's how I get my
Yeah.
partner and grow from there.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. That's kind of shady. I don't really like that. My goal and my thing is to give everyone just a place to meet people and to make your connections. And I preach it all the time. Trying to be a part of 20 or 30 different discords can be tough and tiring, and you can't make it to a lot of them, and a bunch of them end up being cross-pollinated with the same people. So my goal is to hopefully create one spot for everybody to come together and just grow from there. I want to give people the platform. That's what I'm trying to do with this. That's what I'm trying to do with this this show too, is to try to bring people from outside of our community to meet people from inside of our community, so we can all make new connections and grow together like that. So I hope it continues to work as well as it has been. And I really hope that everybody starts visiting the streams of all these wonderful people that I'm having on the show. Everybody who is here, thank you again. If you guys have any questions for Jack Ryan or Soul Taker, please feel free to drop them in chat. Keep them coming. I want you guys to get to know these guys really well. And I really hope that you do take the time out to stop by their channels, maybe check out a couple clips, check out some past broadcasts, and really get to know them. Soul Taker.
Yeah, mine's going to be
You-
VODs for a while.
Soul Taker, you have your own show similar to this. You sit down, you chat with other streamers and do an interview style similar. How's that going, and what's the name of it, and when can people find that?
Yeah, so I do a similar thing. It's also like I got some complaints about it, but the
You got
complaints
some
have been
complaints?
I got some complaints. It's like it's not like a bad complaint, but I don't think they got what I'm trying to do. The complaints have been like, there's not enough of you. You don't take enough space in these. And it's kind of like we're trying to lift others up that's on the show, not to promote yourself.
Yeah.
So I usually say, if you want to like get to know me better and like more of me, then come to my regular streams.
Yeah,
But
but you know what? I want them to go see your show too, because you're pulling in other cool streamers that you yourself deem worthy enough to promote. So I definitely want them to check that out, as well as your regular streams. You know, it's something that you're doing, something you're trying to push. So it definitely needs its own spotlight there for sure.
Yeah, it is like this, like pushing others instead of like myself or yourself. I feel the same. So it's like getting to know them. It's called soul searching based on my name.
See, I love that.
And if I do a one-on-one, it's more based on the streamer I'm talking to. If I have 2, we also had 3 on the same show. We talk more about like growing and how they use their social media and how others can reach them to get help. So I usually get one streamer that's kind of small, maybe 1 to 3 average. And then I get the mid-tier between 10 and 20 viewers. And then I had like a high average, she's around 55 to 80, just to get like 3 different views on the same topic. I know someone said like, oh, why don't you talk the whole stream? And then you have the one with like 50 average, and they have people in chat that talks and talks. so she can pick off them, and then you had the medium that has some dead time that they can make up and just talk about anything. Then you have the one maybe with one viewer that is lurking. So they have like different views on how to do things, which is awesome. I don't know if I can help them through the show, but I got a lot of good feedback from them being in that said like, oh, I've grown more confident and now I can speak about this and that. So it's a lot about growth, and I'm trying to lift others.
Yeah. And that's really
So
cool.
if
I like that you get all those different perspectives too.
Mm.
Like you said, from people with lower view averages to people that are up near partner numbers. I would love to get a partner or two on this show one of these days, just to try to share a little bit of insight about what kind of things they did to try to push to where they are, how long it took them, if there were any bumps in the road, and what kind of things to look forward to if you ever do hit that point. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to find out from some partners, and I'm starting to reach out. Maybe we'll get some on here someday. But it is nice to have that variety of opinions, because not everybody is all the same. We're all different. Different things work for different people. So having those different opinions is nice. I appreciate that, Philly. Thank you so much for the lurk. Oh, shit. Where do we go from here?
But is it a goal to reach partner?
We got Crabman in.
I mean, for a lot of people, I think partner is goal. I would love to hit that point someday, but it's not really something that I am currently thinking about. It's not on the forefront of my mind. That's something that's tucked away way in the back. Like I have a long way to go before I can even consider it, and before I can even consider asking the community for help pushing for it. Like that's a long way off. Even if I'm hitting like 19 or 20 viewer average right now, to me that's still small streamer status. Like, and who knows how long that's going to last. So it would be nice. And at the same time, I'll say it all the time. It's hard to make a living off of this. So even if I did hit partner, it's not like it's something that would earn a living for me. Like I'm not going to be able to quit my job and just do this. But it would be nice. It would be cool to say, "Hey, I'm a Twitch partner." You know, it would be neat.
Yeah.
But
I know I have a few friends that's partnered, and some of them got partnered pretty recently. And I know we spoke a lot about it, if they were going full time or half time, and they said that I'm going half time. Because if I do stream 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, I need to get 64 subs per stream, 5 days a week, and I can't like put that pressure on my viewers. I don't want to put that pressure on my viewers, so I have to work half time, and hopefully the other half, like, people will help. But that's 8 subs an hour constantly every stream.
yeah, that's definitely tough. And it's, I don't know, like it almost feels like begging to try to ask people to support you monetarily like that. It's not something you really, well, I mean, a lot of the bigger streamers don't have a problem pushing subs and stuff, but as a small streamer, it's really tough to be like, hey guys, why don't you support me? Why don't you drop a sub, drop some bits? I don't know. It's crazy. I actually sat down and did the math one day. I think I said this on the last one. I think it would take 800 subs a month for me to pay my bills. 800 a month to pay my bills for me. Good fucking luck. Right? Forget that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stick Figure says it's a lot of extra stuff too, right? To really live off it. Not only subs and donations, but looking for sponsorships and product endorsements and transitioning to VO work in some cases. Yeah. Yeah, it is a lot. Part-time would be cool.
Yeah.
Part-time would be cool.
Full-time
Yeah,
streaming is
but you
not
can
full-time
still-
streaming. Full-time streaming is being a sales agent for companies.
Yeah.
But I also think you can still like bring in like what partners do as an affiliate. So some people are, well, just affiliates that tries to go full time, but it's hard.
Yeah. And see, this is why I'd love to have a partnered streamer on here so that they can tell us about the financials of it too. Because I think you get more of a cut from your subs. Like, whereas affiliate, it's a 50-50 split. I think subs for a partnered streamer are a little bit different cut. But
They
I'm not
have to
positive.
negotiate for it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, partner starts also with a 50-50 cut.
I guess it all depends on how successful they are and how much they bring in
Yeah.
for Twitch, right?
Yeah, I could try to reach out for someone to come in. I don't know if she has time. We helped BB Jess when she started, but she has no time
Yeah. I
now.
think I remember that name.
She'd be busy as shit. There's no way. I love
Yeah.
BB Jess.
I thought I heard that name before, but no, there's a few that I know of that I might reach out to and see if they want to. But for right now, I think the big goal of this show in particular is to just shine some light on your beautiful fucking faces, because Jack, I know when you stream, it's like 5 or 4 o'clock in the morning for me. So if
Yeah.
we could
Also,
get
big shout out to anyone over the pond. Like, I get people in my stream, they're like, "Oh, it's 4 in the morning for me," and I'm like, "You're an idiot. Go back to bed."
yeah,
Like,
fuck yeah.
I'm glad you're here, but my streams can't be that important for people to show up. Like,
Some people don't sleep, man. It's all good. Like I got up this morning and saw your going live post, and from 5 a.m. my time. So I woke up at 6. I sat down after getting dressed at 6:10 and pulled open my phone, and I'm like, oh, where the fuck's Jack? I thought he'd still be on right now. But no.
no, I was testing it, but I just it was lagging hard. I'm gonna have to downgrade and just stream straight from a PlayStation again. That's good. It's gonna be.
It's all right.
Gonna be some work.
Yeah, but I mean, less issues. You'll get to stream. You'll get to hang out, and I don't really think it's all that bad. You'll be all right.
Still real laggy.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So, Jack, how many days a week do you stream, and what times do you try to stream at?
So I obviously having a 1-year-old, I need to be home supporting, helping my partner out as well, but also working because unfortunately, to live in Australia, you require 2 people working. I try to stream 3 days a week, so Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday and Sunday rotate every now and then, depending on how my week goes. But it's 8 till 10 at night. I usually try to do 2 hours. That's my 2-hour break, 2-hour gap from life for a second. But it's also, I've noticed at that time, I'm getting kind of an array of people. So I'm not just streaming to Aussies. I'm streaming to a lot of UK people coming in. And a lot of international people. Like, I know for Americans, a lot of them are waking up still. But like, I do get a lot more international traffic at that time than if I was streaming any earlier, even any later. Like, if I started streaming at 12, I'd really only be getting people from the US.
Yeah. And I think that's my favorite part about Twitch, is the fact that we can do something like this and all of us hang out at the same time from all over the world. I think it's really cool. So how about you, Soul? What days do you tend to stream? What times do you tend to stream?
I'm trying to do every now and then. I don't have a streaming schedule yet, but if I sit down, it's around 8 CET, Central Europe time. That's +1 if you're in the UK. I just switched jobs, so I'm unsure of my actual schedule. So if I get my schedule and see like this day's work, I'll put a schedule in. But right now it's more of like just do it when I can.
Gotcha. So that's pretty cool that both of you are different. Jack's trying to keep a specific schedule. You kind of hop on whenever you can. I was going to ask you guys how you feel about schedules and if you think that having a schedule is helpful for growth.
I think having a schedule is super helpful because then you'll know like this day and this time every time he'll be on. Where I am, like it takes some time for people to get the notice that I'm on. So I know I streamed for 2 hours, and then a friend came in like, "Oh, you're on! I didn't get the notification." Like if I would have a schedule for that, he would know that I was gonna be on. And now it's like a pop-up stream, so people have to actually see me get on. And I don't put it on Twitter. I don't put it on any Discord. I just go live whenever I feel like it. Which I think, if you want to grow, it doesn't really work. So a schedule, if you want to grow and you want to have the same people coming in and trying to get like actual growth for your channel.
Yeah.
I think everyone is looking for growth. I just don't feel like I need the pressure of getting a schedule because I don't know when I can get on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And oh good lord, where was I going with that? I had something, but we'll let Jack go first. I got sidetracked listening to you.
It's same. Like yeah, I think it helps. I definitely believe you need a schedule. More for your own sanity than anything else as well. People will know you're live. Then people know when to catch you. So if the notification doesn't pop up, they know you will be live. But it's more you can plan your editing. You can plan your life. Like I find it helps me because it's like, okay, I know what needs to be done before 8. And then between 10 and 12, it's going to be clips and editing and making sure that I've got stuff ready to go out on social medias and finding that time to do that kind of stuff. It's more for my sanity, the schedule, than anything. Because like I said, like I need to be on that schedule because I've got the kid, I've got work. I need to make sure that I've got everything sorted so that I can have that time to myself.
Mm-hmm. I remember what I was going to say now. I remember. So back in my earlier days of streaming, I did the whole post up your live link in all the Discords you're in, post it up on whatever social medias you got and all that nonsense. And to be honest, when I did that, it wasn't really fruitful. Eventually, I stopped posting all my live links and I settled down into a schedule. And once I did that, that's when the growth started to come. It was very weird because I was always under the impression before that you got to promote yourself, you got to put yourself out there. And once I stopped doing that, it just something clicked, and it's probably something to be said for having a schedule. I think so. To me, I think having that schedule is super important, especially if you want to grow. For this exact reason you said, Soul. Not everybody gets those live alerts. Even if they click on the alert notification, they don't get them sent to their phone for some reason. I think the Twitch app is kind of trash, to be perfectly honest. I saw some advice the other day for small streamers to not post their lives on Twitter. Yeah, see, I believe that one too. From a partner, I believe he said. Yeah, I would believe that for sure. So, what do you think about streaming every day or 6 days a week? Do you think that there should be like if you want to grow, we're talking trying to get growth here, do you think you should put a cap on how many days a week you're streaming?
Actually have, I wouldn't call him a friend. We met through streaming, and I tried to give him some advice. He streams every day, Monday to Sunday, and he streams for 8 to 10 hours a day, like pure full time. And you would think that he would have almost like getting partner now, if that was the formula that works every day, 8 to 10 hours a day, like nonstop. Like he's throwing everything at it. What average do you think he has?
Probably about a 1.
Yeah, he has a 1 average. It's been like that for over a year, and I said that if you could make it, instead of 7 days a week, make it 3 days a week, and make the streams 3 hours, and then take those 5 hours that you got left to do content on other medias.
Yeah, I think as a small streamer, the importance of trying to go out there and make friendships with other small streamers and build relationships with other small streamers is super important. I think if you're just going to go out there and go live, that's not going to help you at all. And I hope that your friend ends up taking your advice. And to be honest, I think at this point, with how high his 30-day hour average must be, he's probably better off, if he wants to start working on getting affiliate now, he's probably better off creating an entirely new account and starting from scratch. If he's not in a hurry, then tell him to stop streaming for a good month, because his hours are probably up near 100.
He is an affiliate.
Oh, he is an affiliate already. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was
That's
a
better
viewer to start with, and he marketed himself. Like, he dropped, like, gave away 10 subs every here and there. I think he dropped 50 subs for someone. And when he
Nice.
started streaming, everyone came in, and then he didn't have like the financials for it.
Uh-huh.
So he stopped giving and just went full streaming, and he went from like a 30 average to 1 average, just because he streams every day and he doesn't connect with anyone. Like, I think he tried to buy people with subs, which can work for the first like
Yeah,
few hours. Then
It'll only work for a short while.
yeah, then you get those people that just want your money, and they won't stick around if you stop. And he's at that point that he think he's grinding for partner. His goal is actually getting partnered, and his way of doing it is grinding every day for 8 to 10 hours. Like, he doesn't connect on Discords, on Twitter, on any social media. He doesn't do any clips or anything. He just thinks that he'll get discovered on Twitch, which is very hard if you don't have the personality for it.
Yeah, if you don't have the personality, if you're not putting in the work,
Yeah.
not laying the groundwork for it, it's going to be difficult. What are your thoughts, Jack?
That's one too much just for one person in general. He'd burn out hella easy on that kind of stuff. But
I would think so.
he's running into that issue of people going like, if they missed one stream, they go like, that's all right, I'll catch him tomorrow because he's definitely going to be on tomorrow. He runs into that. Like, it's an old sales tactic. It's like telling people that there's less stock than there actually is so that they sell faster.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I can't miss it. I've got to have it now. So if you've got less days and less hours streaming, people are going to be like, okay, I can't miss his stream. I've got to be in it. I've got to be there for it. Whereas like what he's doing is he's just gone, look at my warehouse. Here's all the items. Grab them whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let's try to get some more questions in. We're kind of winding down a little bit here. We're going to start discussing where we want to take this stream to from here. But before we do that, real quick, while you have the stage, Jack Ryan, why don't you give us any plugs that you need to give us, anywhere that these people can find you aside from Twitch?
I'm Jack Ryan TTV _TTV on everything. I'm trying to actually grow my Twitter more now. I've started getting a bit of weird amount of traction on that out of nowhere. So I've started trying to work with that a bit more. But mainly it's just my Discord, TikTok, and Twitter are where I mainly am at. I occasionally post on Instagram, but I've never really been a big Instagram person. But yeah, if you need to find me, just Jack Ryan TTV. We all know the emblem that Fire made me, the dual kegs. So you'll definitely be able to find me there. Hit me up, DM me. I'm happy with anything. Comment on my videos on TikTok. I'll reply to anyone. Anything like that. I encourage duets and that. I'm having some real serious creative mental blanks right now. So any ideas on niches or anything you'd like, you guys like to see, make sure you do hit me up as well. My Discord's more just for my schedule, just so people know that I am live, or if there's been any changes to the schedule on that day.
Fire says, I missed
you too,
so
Fire.
much. I missed you so much. That bromance is real. Oh, God, I love you guys. That's a fun thing to watch. He's an Apex pro. You damn straight he is. You damn straight, Leon. All right, Soul Taker, your turn. Plug away. Let everyone know where they can find you.
I would say easiest is to go on my Twitch page. I have all the links you need on that. I think it's TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Don't watch the YouTube. There's nothing there. So, but I have it. If you wanna check it out when I do some tech reviews, that's upcoming. I'm gonna do some more VR. Ooh, I like that.
Accidental click right there.
Premature.
and
Yeah, a little
have
accidental click as I'm rolling across. My goodness. It's got an itchy trigger finger here.
Yeah, so I'm active on all my social medias besides YouTube, I would say. So if you need any help with like tech problems, camera tweaking, or even like mic, OBS or anything, I got you. Just write to me wherever and I'll see if I can help you.
That's perfect. So just so you know, Soul, in the congregation Discord, we are going to start doing like a tech day where we're just going to get into a voice channel and people, you know, while you're editing videos or whatever the heck you happen to be doing. So it's going to be a tech day. Hop into voice channel. Anybody who needs help with anything related to their streams or editing or anything like that, they can find the help in there. So that's what we're hoping to do. We're trying to start it up this week. What's up, puppy? Got the puppy going crazy behind me. So Soul Taker, since you are the guest of the hour and you are in different communities than myself and Jack Ryan here, I'm going to allow you to pick the raid destination for us tonight. So if you have somebody on that you would like to send a juicy raid to, let me hear it. We'll look for them, and then we will get ready to head on over and hype them up.
Ooh, a juicy raid.
A juicy raid. I like
Juicy raid. I would say I have someone that's doing a 24-hour stream for Mind. It's for I'm sorry. It's for Mind. I think he's based in the UK.
Okay.
And we done it for Mind before. We're like, my communities are kind of big on charity streams.
That's good.
And he's starting off really strong, and I can post his name here if you want.
Yeah, post it wherever you want. We'll get it picked up and we'll head on over.
Yeah, I'm deciding between two. That's in the same. It's either if you want like a low key or if you want more of a hype person. Hype. So
we can go wherever you want. If you want to go over to that charity stream, that's where we're going. It's on you, my man. I'm putting you on the spot. You got to deal with it.
I love the guy that does the charity now, but I have to say my girl Luna, she's awesome.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Wherever we're going.
To the mind people that want to go there, but I love a hype streamer that's very talkative, and she's my first pick on everything. We play almost every day, so I'll put it in here. And if you could get her into this, she's closing in to partner, maybe get some tips.
That would be really cool. All right. So we are going to get ready to head out, guys. We are going to play this intro / beautiful shit again. So I hope you enjoy it. Stick around. Make sure you say hello to Luna Sway. Show her a little bit of love. And even though I am the one raiding over there, be sure to tell her that Soul Taker sent us her way. All right. We're starting this raid out. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. My next stream will be tomorrow night at some point. Keep an eye out. I know it is Easter, so we might have a little bit of a late start. Who knows? But we'll see y'all later. All right. Thanks again.
Good song.
Castle right on the grave of what you never created. you're frustrated.